where best friends and next-door neighbors, Willow and Lillian, spill the tea on murder, mysteries, and other things that go bump in the night. So get your favorite teacup ready, and let's get into it. Welcome to Cruelty Podcast. This is Lillian, and with me is Merris.
Hello.
It's Merris Monday.
Yeah.
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 I know y'all want this part 2 of the mummies, okay? But look.
The buddies, yeah.
The buddies. The little guys.
The little fellas.
Yeah, nightmare bong rotation. Whatever you want to call them.
Was that a popular one, the buddies?
Yeah, the little buddies. But listen, I need a break from these fucking mummies. I don't even know what to think about them still.
They're cool.
Sure, but like to research these is so hard. I have to go into right-wing spaces, and that is rough on my mental health.
It got me to thinking, like, is all UFO stuff just Russian bullshit? I mean, it's fun.
It's possible.
It's fun, but
it is. I don't even care anymore.
no,
like that's where
who
I'm
fucking
at.
cares?
Like I feel like the UFO phenomenon has like banged me in the butt and like then like led me on and stood me up and then edged me for like 20 years.
It's just hard to give up because I've seen weird stuff with my eyes.
It's just Project Blue Balls and I've had enough. Just let me come already.
I've seen weird stuff.
Same. I've seen so much weird stuff, but I could also be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, but we're gonna. You know what? Today's an unprecedented day.
What is it?
On a Merris Monday.
What is it?
We've never covered a ghost.
We haven't? I swear we have.
Not really. Not a solely dedicated to one ghost episode.
Okay.
Well, we're doing it today. Yeah.
It's not even like Halloween or anything.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Tonight or today or whenever you're fucking listening to this, we're going to talk about Chicago's most famous ghost.
What is it?
Resurrection Mary.
I never heard of it.
Badass name though,
never
right?
Never heard of it.
Doesn't
Sounds like a cool video game.
It does, or like a really awesome like metal band.
I want to play Resurrection Mary, the video game.
I do too. I want your big old ghost titties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's interesting about this ghost story is that I feel like almost every town or like place has their own woman in white ghost.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like
uniform for the ghosts.
Sure. It's like, I'm a wispy woman in white. Woo!
Yeah.
And she's always on the side of the road or jumping off of something. Yeah.
Like a window.
That's true. That's where these women's in white be.
Yeah, I'm sure Eureka's got some.
Eureka's got fucking 2, bitches.
We got 2 women's
in white?
We got
2 women's in white.
All right.
The first one that we have is at the Crescent Hotel. And I'm going to tell this little story real quick because it's fun.
Okay.
So the Crescent Hotel in the 30s used to be a women's college, right? Well, in the 20s and until 1934.
And it's just like this big hotel we have on a hill in town.
Yeah. And when it was a women's college, no menses could be in there.
No men's.
Because they had to protect their vaginas.
Right.
And their purity of their vaginas.
You're like, your stuff can like move around and have hysterics and stuff.
Right? And, it'll make you a loose woman of poor moral fiber.
We got wieners and stone in
We
town.
do have a lot of dicks around town. Yeah. But anyway, so these bitches would sneak boys in through a laundry hamper, like a big one, and they would use a pulley system and pull the rope up with a laundry basket, and dudes would hide in there.
Would you pull me up there?
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd be pulling all kinds of dick up there.
Whoa.
Wow. Anyway, so this chick got knocked up. And of course, back in the 1920s, this is quite frowned upon, an unwed mother.
You have a laundry baby.
She had a laundry baby. The daddy probably fucked off into the tunnels under the town. You don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so in despair and despondency, she flung herself off of the balcony and went kersplat.
Oh.
And so people always see her floating around. Now, I used to do ghost tours up there, and I did have a guest capture her on, like, camera, like a cell phone.
That's pretty cool.
It was a white outline of a lady. It was really wispy like smoke. It was creepy as shit.
That's
okay.
cool.
Our other woman in white ghost is by our cemetery because our cemetery's haunted as shit.
Oh, cool.
Here's why. So when they built Highway 62 or 24, I don't remember the name of it. I think it's 62.
Yeah.
They moved the cemetery, but they left a lot of bodies there. So there's like where the road is, a bunch of corpses, right?
Mm.
And ghosties didn't like this.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, hey, rude.
Yeah.
And so now a woman in white causes accidents around that curve. Like she dashes out into the road and people swerve and go flying off into like the ravine.
What a bitch.
Our women's in whites don't fuck around. They're metal. They go hard. Okay.
Yeah.
And so does Resurrection Mary though. So this is fun.
Okay.
Okay. So she wears all white. That's her drip.
Mm-hmm.
And she will appear at the side of the road where people pick her up and give her a ride. And once the car gets close to the Resurrection Cemetery, she vanishes.
Mm-hmm.
She's so famous that she appeared on an episode of Supernatural, which is a show I won't watch. Stop asking me to. I'm not ever going to do it.
Whoa.
I think it looks dumb.
Yeah.
But I like a lot of dumb things, so I am also dumb.
Yeah.
Don't be sad. You
Right.
like your show.
Yeah.
I just don't like the cut of those dudes' jibs.
No, but I mean, I can see why they would think that you'd watch it because you watch a lot of dumb things.
I absolutely watch a lot of
you watch
pure
all the
garbage.
vampire shows.
Okay. We're going to take a pause.
Okay.
I really love the Vampire Diaries, and I'm not sorry.
See, that's right up there with Supernatural.
I think Damon and his eyebrows are handsome. I think the chick who plays Elena is a great actress, and she's really fucking cute. And I like watching them make out all the time because it's naughty and forbidden love, and I'm into that.
Mm-hmm.
Is the show good? No. No, it's stupid. Do I love it anyway? Absolutely.
And you love Twilight.
Yes, but I love that in a different way than intended.
Yeah.
The story's bad. The acting's bad. The writing's bad. It's that, like, if you get really stoned and watch Twilight, it's a really creepy, fucked up experience.
That's true. I can't make it through it.
I get scared.
I get scared, yeah.
So that's the vampire media I consume.
And I've seen all of Buffy.
Yeah, but the last season of Buffy made me pissed.
I don't remember last season.
They
of
made
Buffy.
Spike a rapist, and that wasn't cool because I wanted them to get married.
I just don't. I guess I don't remember because it's been so many years.
And you don't listen. Maris is not into love stories like me.
No, I
he's
love
a
like
jerk.
love stories if it's reality TV and people start throwing shit.
That's not a love story.
Oh no, it's not.
I like a good forbidden love, like lady fucks the villain story. Those are my favorites. And it was almost good with Buffy, but then the stupid Joss Whedon pervert bastard ruined it.
Yeah.
And I will kill him one day.
Wow.
I will fight him like I will fight the Pope. Back to Resurrection Mary.
Right.
Focus.
We
have to focus.
Focus.
So yeah, she tries. She asks for a ride. She gets in there. She disappears once they reach the gate. Like disappears from the car. So yeah, we're gonna get into this tale. And yes, at the end, I will rate her on the cryptid fuckability scale. Are ghosts cryptids? No.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Well, cryptid is weird animal thing.
No, I feel ghosts are cryptids.
They're just dead folks. We know what they is. They're not a mystery. Cryptid is that we don't know what it is. Defies classification.
Fine.
Indeed. But am I going to put her on the scale anyway? Yeah.
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 Do you think she got big knockers?
I think she's got like a nice handful.
Okay.
Some like pert titties.
We can move on.
You asked. It's your fault. Okay, so Mary was said to be around 18 years old, blonde-haired and blue-eyed, a Polish girl.
Hey.
Hey.
Heyo. I know Polish people. It's me.
Yes. There's some jokes there. She was said to be a beautiful girl, and our story begins in the O. Henry Ballroom. What is this?
That's a candy.
It is a candy, but it came from somewhere. And you know what? I told myself I was going to look it up. And then I said, I don't want to. And I didn't. So I don't know what this O. Henry shit's all about. It's probably an old-timey thing that I don't get or care. Anyway, this is in Willow, where... Oh, gosh. I lost my place. It's in Willow Springs, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. The place seemed to be kind of cursed to begin with. It burned down twice, and then some new owners bought it, and they renovated it and fancied it up, and then it burned down again and was never rebuilt. There is no clear date when this story takes place, but it was likely in the 1930s. Mary went to O. Henry Ballroom with her beau, and they danced the night away. And after they were done dancing, she went down Archer Street to walk home, and in her dancing dress, which was white, and her dancing shoes, which was white, and then a car hit her.
Oh.
And then she was laying there dying, like, help me. And the car was like, you're no, bitch. And so it's hit and run.
Yeah.
And when Mary was gone, like still gone by the time morning came, her family went to search for her, and they found her broken, lifeless body on the side of the road.
Very sad.
And they buried her in Resurrection Cemetery in Justice, Illinois, which wasn't far from the ballroom, and also just outside of Chicago. Chicago, this ain't your ghost, bitch. You're trying to take these small town ghosts. Fuck you.
Right,
Get your
fuck
own.
you.
Anyway,
Windy City.
a local bar on Archer Avenue, right across the street from Resurrection Cemetery, honors Mary to this day. It's a tradition that began in the 1970s. They put a Bloody Mary drink on the bar during October. They used to do it every night, but now they only do it like the month of Halloween. And basically, many times the drink vanishes, like the whole glass.
That's a ripoff.
Or somebody drinks it, but no one sees it. And like, they moved the glass to like be in a more enclosed area, kind of almost behind the bar a little bit.
Yeah.
And it still will disappear like that. I think it's a cute tradition. I like it. I'm into it. Bloody Marys are gross, though.
I don't think I've had one.
To me, it's cold tomato soup with like vodka in it. Ugh.
Usually if there's an opportunity for a Bloody Mary, there's an opportunity for a better tasting drink.
Indeed, like a Long Island iced tea or a Mai Tai, perhaps.
Yeah, or like one of them coffee drinks with alcohol in it.
Oh, I really like it then.
Yeah,
I do like a White Russian as
Hell
well.
yeah.
When I really
Baileys.
want to throw up. And make bad decisions.
Mudslides.
There are many theories that float around, just like people have been trying to, for like a bajillion years, find out who Mary was and if she was a real person. And the answer I'm going to give right now is fucking probably not. So,
No.
yeah, I know.
That's sad. That's a disappointing Merris Monday.
Oh, yeah. So the first Mary theorized that could possibly be Resurrection Mary, excuse me, is a woman named Mary Bregovy. She passed away in 1934. She died in an automobile accident. And most people who research this tend to think this is the identity of the ghost of Resurrection Mary. However, when you examine the story, it just sort of falls apart. First of all, Mary Bregovy had short, dark hair. And she died in downtown Chicago, nowhere near Resurrection
Yeah,
Cemetery.
Chicago can't have it. We've already said that.
Yeah, fuck you, Chicago.
Yeah, fuck you.
Mary Bregovy is this is weird though, is in an unmarked grave next to her parents. The record of her death was in the papers at the time. Like, people wouldn't have known about her because her grave is literally unmarked without the newspaper stories about her automobile accident. I'm going to get to my theory as to what I think Resurrection Mary is at the end.
Is it besides a drink?
It's not... Someone call an ambulance for this man.
Yeah.
He will need it.
Yeah.
My God. Another possible suspect for Resurrection Mary isn't even buried in that cemetery, or is she?
Or is she? Woo.
And she wasn't a young woman, but a little girl. I don't know why they using this bitch. So this Mary is buried
Mary
in St. Casimir's Cemetery, about 7 miles from Resurrection. There is the supposed grave of an 11-year-old Anna Norcus. Her name ain't even Mary.
Right.
She was buried in a white dress and had long blonde hair. Now, some stories about her will say she died between the ages of 11 to 13, either in 1927 or 1929. So, the stories vary. But I uncovered the truth.
Did it?
I did it.
You solved it.
Yeah, we'll
The
talk
Great
about
Mouse
it in a-
Detective.
I am the Great Mouse Detective, Basil.
Yeah, that's you.
That's me. Squeak. Anna's story starts in a similar way to Resurrection Mary's. She was at the O. Henry Ballroom, I hate the name of that, with her parents celebrating her birthday. On the way home from the birthday party, her dad fucked up and lost control of the car and ran into a ditch. Everyone was fine except Anna, who died. Very sad. And it was on Archer Avenue. Now, while her death certificate lists her as being buried in St. Casimir's, there was a gravedigger strike going on at the time, so it's likely that her body was temporarily buried at Resurrection Cemetery until the strike ended. This could be the very reason her ghost haunts Archer Avenue.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because her rest was disturbed.
But can we just call her Resurrection Anna?
And according to rumors, there are markers for the Norcus family, that's a bad last name, in St. Casimir's, but no marker for poor little Anna. It is possible her body remains there in Resurrection Cemetery to this day, and that she was actually never moved. Except this story is 100,000% bullshit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought we solved it.
I did solve it. I dug this up. People all the YouTubes I watch and stuff want to say that part I just said, and it's not true.
Right.
So she was 9 years old. She died in 1929. She is buried in her family plot. Her name is on the fucking headstone.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with you people? So I included this to show how the years can distort stories.
Yeah.
And change legends. So Anna Norcus is Anna. She's not Resurrection Mary. Let it go. So let's talk about some of the creepy sightings, shall we?
Yeah.
Woo! Because this is a ghost story, so we want ghosts.
We need to be scared.
We need to be scared. Yeah. So the first sighting of Resurrection Mary was in 1939 in Brighton Park at a dance hall. A 25-year-old man named Jerry Palis was at the Liberty Grove Ballroom. He saw a pretty girl in a white dress standing all by herself and thought, hey, I'm going to shoot my shot.
I'm going to harass her.
Yeah. He asked her to dance. Jerry said she was so pretty. And she had blonde hair and blue eyes.
Whoa.
But her hands were icy cold.
Oh, no. She was a zombie.
And she didn't, know anyone there. He was like, who are you here with? And she's like, I don't know. But that's weird for the time period in the 30s because
women probably knew everyone.
Well, no, women didn't go really out by themselves like that.
Yeah.
They went with friends or a chaperone. And she came all by herself, so it was weird.
Okay.
As they were talking, he asked where she was from. She gave him her address. Don't know why she did that. It was on Damon Avenue. When the dance hall closed, they danced for hours, till it closed.
I wonder if she got any warmer?
No, and she didn't really talk very much. Very little.
Yeah.
But when it closed, Mary asked Jerry, God, I hate this.
Jerry. Yeah.
For a ride home, and he was like, sure, of course. And he figured she'd want to go to the address that she'd stated earlier.
Yeah.
But she said she wanted to go down Archer Avenue instead, which was in the opposite direction. And Jerry, who was all excited in the pants, was like, she wants to make out.
Yeah.
She wants to go on a long evening drive.
All right.
So he was for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He thought they was going to do some necking.
Yeah, kissing.
But she barely spoke the whole ride. And as they started to pass Resurrection Cemetery, she told him to pull over. And he was confused because he was like, are we going to kiss here? This is my
stop. And then she climbs back into her coffin.
Yeah, but he did it. She got out of the car. He asked her where she was going. And that spook bitch didn't say a word. She just went up to the gate and vanished into mist, pretty much.
Okay.
So this scared the shit out of Jerry. He drove off real fast. The next day, he was still super booty bothered about the encounter, and so he went to the address that Mary had given him.
Yeah.
He knocked on the door, and an older woman answered, and he's like, hey, does a girl named Mary who turns into mist live here? And the woman was like, no, and tried to close the door on him. No.
Yeah.
However, Jerry noticed, hanging on the wall, a picture of the girl he danced all night with.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. And he said that that was the girl he danced with, pointing at it. And the woman was like, that isn't even possible.
She's been dead for 50 years.
She's been dead for 5 years.
Just from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That's where they got it from.
Yeah.
That is literally where they got it from, is this story, yes.
Okay.
And that she had died in a car accident 5 years prior, so she wasn't there. So Jerry was all fucked up over this for the whole rest of his life.
I would be too.
Yeah. He would later appear on Unsolved Mysteries to tell his story.
I danced with a dead girl.
Jerry died in 1998 and was buried where?
Next to Mary.
We don't know where she's buried. Where?
Oh, in that cemetery?
In Resurrection Cemetery.
Yeah.
My good fucking God, Merris.
Yeah.
We're not any good, folks. After that, There were many sightings of her. At first, she was seen in local pubs, bars, and dance halls. There, she would dance with whoever asked her. She never spoke very much. Her touch was cold. She would then ask for a ride at the end of the night, and then ask the driver to stop once they neared the cemetery.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a fun ghost existence. You get to dance all the time.
She just dancing and drinking and trying to get just a crumb a dick.
Yeah. So
Just
I mean,
a
that's not so
crumb-a-dick.
bad. It's not so bad.
Well, I think she got frustrated or something, because as the years went by, she was seen less in these places and more by motorists driving down Archer Avenue.
Okay.
In 1973, a cab driver encountered Resurrection Mary. She hailed the cab, and he pulled over to drop her off at Chet Melody's Lounge. That is the bar from the beginning of the story that puts the drink on the bar for her.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's right across the street from the cemetery.
Maybe people aren't dancing as much and it's pissing her off.
Yeah, dance halls aren't really a thing by this time.
Well, there's
So,
disco. She could dance
She ain't doing no disco. She liked the doo-wop or some shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
1930s music. That's not doo-wop. It's a lot of trumpets.
Who knows?
It's a Bugle Boy song.
It's ska.
It's ska. Oh, God, kill me. The taxi driver, she goes into the bar. She's like, I'm only going to be a few minutes. So he waits outside. But that bitch is hours. She ain't there. So he's like, she's skipped out on the fare. So he goes in to try and find her. They searched that whole bar. She wasn't in there.
Hmm.
Woo, 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 woo,
Well, yeah.
woo.
Maybe she just ran away.
Yeah, I don't know. So in 1979, another cab driver ran into Mary during a terrible blizzard. He picked her up at a shopping center on Archer Avenue. She was young and wore white, no coat, even though it was freezing in January. After driving only a couple miles, she asked to be let out near a rundown, abandoned building that was across from Resurrection Cemetery. And he was like, bitch, there ain't nobody there. It's abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time he turned around to tell her this, she was gone.
Yeah, she just wanted to boogie.
She did just want a boogie boogie. A man named Mark. Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not hit her. I did not. Was driving late at night in 1980 with his wife, Claire. They were driving on Archer Avenue when Claire saw a woman walking slowly wearing a white dress. And this was on the side of the road. As they drove closer, the woman seemed to be kind of glowing. But when you wear white and headlights hit it, you're going to look glowy. So I called stupid farts on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And so Claire was like, Mark, get out of here. I hate this. And so he sped off, but then he was like, I got to get another look at the ghost woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's actually slowed down. This is before he sped off. He slowed down.
Yeah.
And he looked at her face.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nothing but a black void.
Ooh, that's very scary. I don't like that.
Fuck off.
No, I don't
I say
like that.
fuck off.
No, that's bad.
And that's when Claire was like, get out of here, Mark. I'm afeared.
We're going to drive away. Yeah.
And he was like, whoa. But he turned around to come see her again.
Mark, the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. Maybe he wanted to stick his dick in Strange.
You don't put your stick in a void.
I kind of want to. If I had a dick, I'd want to put it in a void.
No, you would not.
Why not? It's just my dick. I'm not putting the whole of me into the void.
But you would. What if it never comes out?
Can I piss into the void?
That might
with
be
my
safer.
cock?
That might be safer.
Ooh, what if something's in the void and I piss on it and now it's mad at me?
This is all okay. Go back to the lady's
I'm
story.
gonna throw gummy bears in the void.
Go back to the story where the lady had no face.
No faced bitch. Well, she was gone.
Yeah.
Woo woo, schwooty doo.
Right.
Okay, so there used to be a whole thing, and I believe this was on Unsolved Mysteries. I'm about to debunk it. To where the bars to Resurrection Cemetery's gate looked like they'd been pulled kind of apart.
Okay.
By spectral hands.
Spectral.
Because there were fingerprints in the metal.
What if it was a very strong guy?
No, it was the groundskeeper who got drunk and backed his car into the gate.
Oh.
Yeah. And the fingerprints were from some dude was welding it, got it really hot, and stuck his dumb hand on there, and it kept his fingerprint. It burned them fingerprints right the fuck on off.
What a fucking moron! I think I have actually welded, but back in college doing sculpture.
I've done it a couple times.
But I would never be put your hand on hot weld goo.
No.
Idiot. What
Hurty,
the fuck?
hurty, burn. Not fun. Well, he deserved his burns for his stupidity. Yes. And so she didn't try. She's not trapped there trying to break out. She's a ghost. Why would she need to pull any bars? She could just float. Just float through it. Stupid. Stupid stories.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was a woman named Janet, and I believe it was in, let's look at the date, 1989. And she was driving with a friend, and they were like, blah, 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 blah. And they were on Archer Avenue, because of course they were.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, she sees a woman in the road.
Yeah.
And she slams on her brakes, and there was not enough time. She should have hit her.
Yeah.
And so Janet gets out of the car, and she's like, oh my God, and she's looking around. There's no damage to the car, and there's no bitch.
Yeah.
So Mary started doing that a lot more often.
She was like, that was fun.
She's like, I love scaring people and nearly killing them.
What a bitch ghost.
So there's about, gosh, guys, there's like hundreds of stories about Resurrection Mary. She's a very famous ghost.
Okay.
Cool, I guess. Ghosts are interesting. I don't find them interesting.
They are when they happen to you.
Yeah, I believe that's true. They are interesting when they happen to you, but it's like telling somebody about a weird dream you had.
Right. That's exactly what it's like.
I want to say this. Could you shut up?
Because I seen a ghost. I seen a real ghost.
Yeah,
yep.
We have both seen ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
But like the story's like, he was there for 3 seconds and then he was gone.
That's it. That's all that happened.
Like the coolest ghost I ever saw was when I did the ghost tours and I was in the Eureka tunnels and I went into kind of the staging area and there was a man standing there, like a hot dude in like a nice black suit with a thin tie, right?
Cool.
And he kind of winked at me a little bit and then he disappeared.
That's scary.
And that was the same place where I got my bum pinched all the time by unseen hands.
Wow.
So he's my ghost boyfriend.
Ugh.
Obviously. But that's like it. That's the end of the story. There's nothing else. Sometimes you'd hear a stomping around. Sometimes your booty got pinched.
Or
Sometimes
hair gets pulled or something.
my hair got pulled. Sometimes
maybe a scratch.
No, he was never violent. He was pervy.
No, but I mean like people's ghost experiences typically.
You could get credit cards coin slotted, man.
Oh.
Just a hand in the crack.
I'd
running
piss
up
me
the
off.
crack.
I'd be mad.
I'd be a little interested.
Don't flirt with the ghosts.
Is it cheating if you flirt with a ghost?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
How?
Because you're currently married to me.
You're not a ghost.
No, but like your heart and your soul is mine.
The whole soul?
Yeah.
Who are you? You're not Satan.
Or am I?
Or are you?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Wait, okay, is the ghost on the scale?
Okay, we're going to put her on the scale. She's pretty high on the scale, given that she's human looking and apparently a really, like a total smoke show.
Okay.
But the no face thing
don't like
icked
that.
me out. Gave me the ick.
Don't like that. That's a minus.
I don't like that, but she still has titties with no face.
You still have and person shaped, which is a plus.
Yeah.
Because not everybody's person shaped on the scale.
No, many things are
There's
spider
like those
shaped.
Japanese monsters and
I will
stuff.
fuck that spider. Let's just put it that way. That's not cheating.
Yes, it is.
It's a spider demon from hell.
You can't do anybody but me. That's
That
the rule.
spider is gonna make me act unwise.
What's the ghost on? What's the
Okay.
number of the ghost?
If she comes with a face, I'm gonna go 10.
10.
10, sure. Without the face, I'm
Basically a person. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a very cautious and upset too.
Okay.
Because it's a big hole for a face.
Without a face, it's a 9. It's still mostly person.
You're gonna fuck a bitch with no face.
It's fine. It's the body part's fine.
Well, we see how this works, don't we,
You
friends?
can just put a pillow there.
Oh my god! And I get in trouble for wanting to fuck the spider demon.
But with the no face, it's still a
what?
person. The spider's not a person.
It's holes. It's got holes and or
Does
thrusting
it?
things.
I don't know. Spiders have holes. Do spiders have holes?
They have
Besides mouth holes?
they have thrusting parts,
Oh, that's awful.
like an ovipositor. I don't
Then
want to
the
be
ghost
full of,
is still a person,
but I
even
don't
if
want to
they
be
don't
full
have
of
a face.
eggs. That sounds like I'll be eaten from the inside out.
See? 9.
Which might be kind of interesting until it isn't. So I'm still
I
gonna
think we're
fuck
done
the
with
spider.
this episode. We're done with this episode. We
Oh,
have
he's
finished.
dying. He's
We
just
have
so.
completed
Do you know?
this.
You know, y'all. I do this just to make Merris squirm around and turn colors because it's really funny.
Now this is recorded.
I'm here, and it's funny to me. Anyway, hey, join our Patreon, our Discord, and get some merch. And where can you do all of these things? The link tree in the description of this episode. Wow. If you're listening on YouTube, you can do me a solid by telling me, would you fuck Resurrection Mary with her no-having face?
It's still a 9.
Merris says it's a 9. I'm
because
like, it's
it's
a
90% person.
It gives me the ick.
Yeah.
Do you put any appendage?
There's a Japanese foot monster. Like,
I'm not fucking that. We've been through this. I do not like crusty floor grippers.
Yeah, and then there's the Yeti. I don't remember.
I ain't fucking a Yeti. I don't fuck them hairy things. They stanky, and you know how I feel about
there's
that.
There's all kinds of crap on the scale. So I think a person without a face is the least offensive.
But I want to know, wiener havers out there, are you sticking your wiener in the hole?
Yeah. Email us and tell us your thoughts.
Please do not. Okay, but no, seriously, comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the stupid little ding-dong bell. I know you don't want to, and I know you're listening to this thinking in your head, I'm super not going to do that, Lillian. But that means you're hurting my feelings.
You're a bad and immoral person. Stealing, even.
Stealing?
Stealing.
You might be committing larceny.
Yeah.
And arsony.
Would you download a car?
No, so like and subscribe. For the love of God, do you want me to be poor forever?
Yeah.
Probably. It's fine. I understand.
You're a bad person for thinking those thoughts.
But, I'm hurt. And I'm not. It's fine. If all you can do to listen to this, like, support this podcast is listen, I appreciate you, and I do not think you suck.
I might.
But Merris is judgy and mean, and I'm far nicer. I'm not either, really. I'm kind of a dick. But anyway, I love you. Goodbye. Us on your social media platform of choice. Linktree/cruelty has all of the links. Check out our Patreon for exclusive episodes, merch, ad-free episodes, live ghost hunts, and much more. Please be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded weekly. Thank you so much. See you next time. Music and production by Libby.